Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to another video. Today's gonna be my setup, my tips, my tips and tricks for technique that's gonna get better and better as the seasons, as it keeps getting colder, winter keeps coming, water gets colder, and it's one of the most famous lures around here for that time of year is the jerk bait. Something like this. This is just a Megabass Vision 110, just normal 110, pearl blue color. Pearl blue is kind of a staple around here. In places like Table Rock, Stockton, Bull Shoals, where you have that clearer water. That's really where this color seems to shine, in my opinion. So real quick, for my setup on this is the Halo BB Series jerkbait rod, Justin Hamner's designed rod. If you guys have ever seen Justin Hamner, you know he's like maybe the best person on the Elite throwing a jerkbait. He designed this rod. It is a 6'11" medium heavy cranking rod. So medium heavy, I know it scares a couple guys. Is where I'm from, they used to always throw them on some fairy wands and stuff like that. But this rod just has a little bit of backbone in it. But the cranking rod, you already know it's gonna have a little bit of bend in it. Obviously the Megabass Vision 110, like I said, this is just a little older lose reel. I normally throw 8 to 10 pound fluorocarbon on my jerk baits. I know some guys throw mono. I like fluorocarbon. I don't know why, I just do. I just think, it's one of the best, or it's like the best line out of the three. The jerk bait gets a rap for being a clear water bait, which I think that's kind of where it thrives in, that clear water, which is what we have a lot of down here. And even if you get to Lake of the Ozarks might be like the most famous jerkbait lake that we have around here, or Pomme de Terre, which both have a little bit of stained water in some areas, stuff like that. If you guys watched my Pomme video, it was, where I was fishing, it was quite muddy. But where I'm gonna throw this bait, I like conditions. I like it probably cloudy and with some wind. Not too much wind where you can't fish, but like a chop on the water. I feel like that makes the jerkbait really, really good. And some I haven't dove into it all, but I know I've been hearing, seeing, like looking at top lures and stuff. Like the one on Okeechobee, a lot of the guys are using smaller jerkbaits like the Megabass Vision 110 plus 1 Junior or something like that. I haven't dove into that realm at all. I might need to try it. You never know. Probably better. But where I'm going to throw this bait, a lot of it's wind blown. You want some wind with this thing, like I said. Bluff ends, that's a pretty good place to catch some on it. Like I know my grandpa this spring when he was practicing for our tournament at Lake of the Ozarks, he caught like a 5-pounder on like a bluff end with a jerkbait. Just typical stuff. Points, whether that be main lake, secondaries, places like that, where the fish will stage up and once again, wind blown, wind. That's a big thing with this. There are some people that scope with jerk baits. I've caught like maybe 5 fish on a jerk bait scope, and I haven't ever done it much. So something I'm hoping to look into more this winter. But he'll also throw this by any cover. Lake of the Ozarks, you can catch a lot of fish on the front ends of docks with them. I've done that before. Down the sides of docks, stuff like that. Wave breaks. All just places where a fish will be, if that makes sense. Like where fish is going to be. Kind of the same place you'd throw like a wiggle wart or something. I guess is a decent way to look at it. But this bait catches anywhere from 10 inchers to 10 pounders. It just kind of depends. I think a lot of the fish that you bring it by are gonna bite it. But I mean, it's a really, really fun bait to throw for beginners. Your retrieve depends on time of year and stuff like that. Like, I was throwing one the other day, like 2 weeks ago, at a tournament and stuff. And you're sitting there, you're like, you really, you may give it a half-second pause, a second pause, if at all, most times. I mean, sometimes they want it slow, but, and then as that water temps start cooling down, live scope kind of prove this wrong some, but it still honestly works. You just have to figure out what it is day by day. And, you know, sometimes you have to sit there and twitch, and you sit there for 5, 6, 7 seconds, you know, before you twitch again, twitch. And then some days they want it twitch. And I mean, live scope helps a lot with that, figuring out what they want every day. But I mean, this bait right here, I've fished it a lot. I haven't had like a good situation past probably a year or so to really throw it, catch some good ones. But Lake Theo was always my very first year. It was cold, and that's what we did all day. I mean, it's such a fun bait to throw. I really like it. But you know, thank you guys for watching. Once again, go check out the Halo BB Series jerkbait rod by Justin Hamner. And then also get you some of these. These are the redfin polarized. The ones I use are the Sanibels right now. So that's all, you know, the stuff I use and all that. Kind of let me know what other videos you guys want to see. And thank you.